Hivda Altuntop made no attempt to brake or swerve as she drove into Penelope Coggan, 73, in Great Oakley. The pensioner, a nurse who had been mowing the lawn at Harewood Surgery in Harwich Road, was thrown 20 yards after being hit by the vehicle which Altuntop had stolen from her mother. Altuntop was returning from collecting and smoking cannabis in Colchester and had been using quieter roads to avoid detection, Chelmsford Crown Court heard. Altuntop had been self-medicating with a Class B drug while suffering from the early stages of undiagnosed paranoid schizophrenia. The court heard Altuntop admitted to police officers that cannabis can disassociate me, it plays with my mind and makes me lose concentration. Judge Christopher Morgan said, "It is plain you operated the car without difficulty until such time as taking the cannabis." Forensic collision investigator Jonathan Ward calculated at the time of the collision on April 24, 2021, Altuntop would have been traveling at about 37 miles per hour within the 30 miles per hour limit. He said that had the Vauxhall Astra driven by Altuntop been traveling at 30 miles per hour as Mrs. Coggan entered the road, she would have got across safely. Mrs. Coggan's son, Michael, who is a doctor at the Harewood Surgery, said the image of his mother's crumpled body will haunt us forever. Altuntop apologized to the Coggan family during her sentencing on Friday, adding, "I so badly wish I could undo what I did." Altuntop denied the charges against her, but a jury returned a majority verdict finding her guilty of 2 counts of aggravated vehicle taking, dangerous driving, and possession of a knife as well as possession of cannabis, assaulting an emergency worker, and causing death by dangerous driving. She admitted having improper eyesight for driving, failing to stop after an accident, failing to report an accident, and 2 counts of driving without insurance. Abigail Bache, mitigating, said at the time the defendant felt she was living in a simulation and being controlled by a remote control. Psychiatrists before the court agreed Altuntop was experiencing the early stages of paranoid schizophrenia. Judge Christopher Morgan jailed Altuntop for 7 years and handed her an extended driving disqualification for 6 years and 10 months. Due to having spent 20 months behind bars on remand, she will be released in November 2024 after having served half of her sentence. Judge Morgan said, "No sentence the court can pass can ever undo the grief and harm and emotions felt by Mrs. Coggan's husband, children, and family friends. Our sincere condolences and heartfelt sympathies go out to the family and loved ones of Penelope Coggan."